Yo, what's up guys? Nathan or Feeds here. Welcome back to another video. One of my recent videos was about the 6 pillars gym rerun strategy, where I said that I still thought it was the best gym rerun in the game. Well, it just got better with some new changes, and I wanted to go over them in today's video, so let's get into it. First up, the moveset for a bunch of Pokemon have changed. Typhlosion's Helping Hand was changed to Cut, Garchomp's Cut was changed to Helping Hand, Vanillix got Hyper Voice, and Togekiss Shockwave was removed. I personally never ran Shockwave on Togekiss. I could be wrong, but I believe it was used to mess with the AI back when Sutopolis was a part of the route. But moving on to the route changes. First off, we have some clarification on Fortree. From what I remember, this solve was not changed, but how it was read or presented in the document was a bit confusing before, so they just changed it up a bit and it looks fine now. Next, we finally got the X-Speed solve in Vermillion for when you're facing Electrode. This was something a lot of people already knew because, when you're doing it, you realize, hey, Electrode's outspeeding. So the X-Speed was a solve that's discussed quite a bit, but we finally got it in the document. Next change is in Saffron City. Because Helping Hand was removed from Typhlosion, he now needs to simply just use Eruption instead of Helping Hand when you're against Espeon or Wobbuffet. Moving on to the 3 Striaton gyms, each were slightly changed. Against the Fire-type gym leader, you no longer use Blastoise to save Water Spout PP, and you now simply Helping Hand with Garchomp and Hyper Voice on Togekiss. Against the Grass-type gym leader, there is no more Helping Hand plus Hyper Voice solve, which is unfortunate, but you instead Incinerate and Hyper Voice or Eruption against Leavanny. The Water-type gym leader is really interesting because against Floatzel, this is where you will swap Typhlosion into Vanillix and actually double Hyper Voice. The next change is in Mistralton City. The Unpheasant lead was previously a bit more complicated of a solve. I believe it depended on whether or not you got Pelipper on turn 2 or turn 3. Obviously, Pelipper will change the weather and make it so Vanillix's Blizzard is not 100% accurate anymore. So the solve is now changed to simply switching Blastoise with Wheezing and using Assurance. The biggest change was actually in Nimbasa City, where you now explode on turn 1 alongside Blastoise, which uses either Water Spout or Fake Out if you are against Emolga or Galvantula. In that Galvantula solve, you also use Swift on Typhlosion, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Yo, what's up guys? I'm here in Mistralton City. I got an Unpheasant lead on one of my alt accounts, so I decided I wanted to test out the new solve. There is a note in the changelog that says if you get Pelipper and Swanna on turn 2, good luck, and it took me a minute to sort of realize why. I was thinking Wheezing doesn't get outsped by Pelipper, what's the problem? But it's actually because I believe Vanillix will get red carded out, Pelipper holds a red card, and then if the red card switches you into Togekiss, you can't Hyper Voice the Drifblim, and if it switches you into Garchomp, you only have the single target move. Otherwise, the solve's great. Very happy with it. Next, we're over here in Striaton City. Didn't get the Ninetales and Stoutland lead for a nice little Helping Hand Hyper Voice, but I do like the fact that Garchomp is faster than Togekiss because Togekiss has specs. So on turn 1, for example, you aren't wasting time with Togekiss attacking. Of course, against Rotom and Stoutland, Togekiss still needs to attack, but it feels pretty good nevertheless to save some time. Against Silent, as I mentioned before, it sucks that this gym did get longer sometimes with the no more Helping Hand on Typhlosion. With Helping Hand on Typhlosion, there is a solve against Whimsicott and Superior lead where you can just Helping Hand plus Hyper Voice, which is obviously a pretty good time save. Despite that, though, I do love the use of Incinerate. 6 Pillars uses Incinerate in a couple other solves, I believe Veilstone and Eterna. Against Cress, I unfortunately did not get a Floatzel lead on any of my accounts, so I can't show off Vanillix using Hyper Voice. Same thing with Nimbasa, none of my accounts got either Emolga or Galvantula lead. I did want to kinda show off using Fake Out and Swift, but either way, that's pretty much it for today's video. Just a quick little extra video for you guys this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for more content like this. Peace, guys.